Alright guys, well today I'm going to be trying to do a pork shoulder on this new Orion Cooker. I'm generally an average or an avid smoker, put them on the grill kind of thing, use the typical side box style. I don't know, some may or may not be used to something that sort of looks like this, but basically, just to break it down, the charcoal goes around in on the sides. Then you also put a few briquettes up top as well, and basically what that does is cooks with more or less indirect heat, but it also creates a convection inside of there. So I'll give you a look on the inside. So basically what we got down in here is just, right now I've got one grate, but there is room for one down there at the bottom, one here, and also one sits on top of these three rings, which these three rings are also for putting the rib racks. Each one of the rib racks will hold 2 ribs, maybe 3, I'm not sure. I haven't actually used them yet. As you can see, it's extremely clean, and this is the first time I've used it. So anyway, got the grate right there, and then down the very bottom is our catch pan and or steaming pan, depending upon what you're cooking. If you're doing a chicken, you do not want to put water in there because it will drip its own juices and it will steam back up just from its own juices. Around the edge right here, I'm going to be putting some wood chips. Wood chips are going to be these peach wood chips right here. So I'm going to go ahead, get this thing set up, get the meat in here. You can see I got my little helper with me. Hey, Mason, say hey.
Hey.
Say hey, all right. We're going to do some barbecue, okay?
Barbecue.
Yeah, barbecue. All right, so we'll get this thing set up and then we'll be back here. All right, guys. So like I said, I'm an avid person that likes to smoke out on the grill, and generally I'm used to a side box cooker, so or side box smoker. So this is going to be kind of new to me. So this may be a good video for you guys, just in case you like to smoke stuff and you're interested in picking yourself up one of these Orion cookers. So I've got down in there the wood chips around the pan. The pan I've got full of half and half, basically vinegar and water, just to keep it moist, because this thing's not going to be dripping too much juice, I wouldn't expect. So the idea behind this is that basically you're going to light the charcoal there. Well, you put the lid on, light the charcoal there, light the charcoal there, and you walk away. You just let this thing do its deal. Generally for a 5-pound pork shoulder, it's about 3.5 hours, which honestly is rather fast to be able to to smoke something and get it cooked thoroughly and be nice and tender. I've got a 7-pounder in there, so I would imagine it's probably going to take roughly, I would imagine, another hour, so at about 4.5 hours. So we're gonna put the lid on. Me and my little helper. Ain't that right, Mason? You my helper? Are you my helper? You got the lighter? All right, so we're gonna put this on, and then come back and do a temperature reading in 4 hours. That's really about all there is to this thing. So I guess you guys will see the end. Don't. Yeah, we're gonna put it in there. Yep, that's what we did. You helped me put it together, didn't you? You my big helper? Yeah, you tell him. All right, so we'll do this and we'll catch you guys here in a minute. All right, so she's lit. Gonna see what happens here. Just kind of give you guys an idea. Basically, you can use either like matchlight charcoal or do the fluid. It will not work if you use a chimney to light your charcoal. It is not based on that. When it is going in here, this is basically like a preheat.
So if you put the charcoal in there with it already lit, it will adjust your cooking times. It will be longer cooking times, and your charcoal will probably go out before you actually get done. So the way it works is there's holes all the way around the pan, and it's going to circle around in there, and it's going to get nice and hot, and it should stay hot for 4 hours. Basically, just took about I'd say roughly 10 pounds of charcoal, which in my book's not bad. Generally, when I cook on a side box, something this size, it's going to be roughly 10 hours, and I'm going to go through a whole bag of charcoal. So 4 hours and half a bag of charcoal, it's going to be worth it if it comes out. So we'll see. All right, so we are right at the 1 hour mark. You can see just them little few blocks of charcoal. Them still going. That's all still going nice and good. Nice and red down there. You can see that the steam and everything from the inside is kind of coming out around the lid. And of course dripping down there, you can see some running. That's just some of the stuff coming out from the lid where it's steaming in there. So I guess as long as it don't cook out all the juice, we'll be alright. So anyway, quick update. We'll be back when this baby's done. Okay, so right now we're at the 3.5 hour mark, and I have to say I did add more charcoal in there. I mean, obviously there wouldn't be any black charcoal in there after 3.5 hours, and I added more charcoal here, and I've pretty much been doing that once every hour because I don't know, it just seemed to me like it needed it. So I could be wrong. I could be completely screwing up. Who knows? It's the first time being used, and I've never used one of these before. So time will tell. I still have not opened the lid because the motto of this cooker is, if you're looking, you ain't cooking. So time will tell. Obviously there still seems to be quite a bit of moisture in there because still juicy. You can see it flowing out there, so I guess time will tell. Which, by the way, I know I haven't mentioned this yet, but this entire thing, every single piece of it is made out of stainless steel, so should never rust. Even though it's got all this stuff on there, it shouldn't be a problem now or at any time. So anyway, 1 more hour and we'll find out what she looks like. Okay, so as you can see, we're down to ashes there. Down to ashes there. Nothing left basically. It's still got some heat. I feel it, but it's been a little over 4.5 hours. So we're fixing to pop the cap, so to speak, for the first time. Let's see what we got. Ooh. I'd say she's done. If she's pulling from the bone, she ought to be great. Full of juice down there. I don't think you can see that, but that's alright. You might see some reflection. But that's the star of the party right there. Let's see right here. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Okay. Definitely got the smoke flavor in there. So anyway, I couldn't find any good information on here, so I figured I'd do it myself. And yes, my biggest question was, do you need to add more charcoal in a lengthy cook? If you're doing something that takes about an hour, hour and 15 minutes, no. If you're doing something that's going to take 4 hours, yes. Basically, you'll be adding charcoal about once every hour, hour and a half. So anyway, that's it right there, guys. We're gonna enjoy this tonight. Thanks for watching.